Gabrielle Bondi, the editor-in-chief of theyoungfolks.com. I just got out of Wiener-Dog, and yeah, not quite my favorite movie. Actually, I didn't really like it. It weaved a tale of 4 different miserable stories together that I never connected to, and I feel like we're kind of rehashes of other stories we've seen in indie dark comedies before. So nothing really stood out to me, and I definitely think it's not an easy or comfortable film to watch, and I definitely don't feel comfortable leaving the theater just now. So yeah, don't see Wiener-Dog. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Scott Pfeiffer. I write at the Moving World, my site, and I've freelanced at The Reader, and I'm giving you my impression of Todd Solondz's Wiener-Dog. And he's a provocateur, and I think what he does to me is very stimulating. I think he puts things on screen that are part of life, but you don't often see. And in this one, I think particularly, the compassion outweighs some of the misanthropy charges, particularly in some final stretches that I think mix some very very tender moments with some real pain, and you'll feel squeamish. I think you'll wonder if you're laughing and if you should be laughing, but I think you'll always, with his stuff, you'll come out of it still thinking about it the next day and the day after. So I think this is one of his best, and that's what I got so far. I'll probably be thinking about it for time to come.
Hey guys, it's Leo Brady here with TheMovieGuy.com. We just got finished seeing Wiener-Dog. Very interesting film, to say the least. It has a pretty all-star cast of Greta Gerwig and Julie Delpy, Tracy Letts, Danny DeVito. A lot of good stuff here. I thought did a lot of good things here, and I kind of found it to be very funny at times. Smart. I think it pokes fun at certain movies like Woody Allen, and even a little bit of the Coen brothers with Inside Llewyn Davis. And I think it's a pretty interesting film. Definitely one I would like to see again. And I'm here with Christina. And what did you think?
I agree. I thought that this movie was kind of an onion of a film. It was intricate, and after watching it, you're sort of left with the multiple points of shock value that seem very, very deliberate, but sitting back and talking about it, we reveal more and more layers of things that we didn't necessarily catch. And so I think, if anything, regardless of how you feel about the film, this is going to be one that you're going to think about for a long time and keep discovering new pieces. So for that, I have to appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really smart in its writing, and it's got some good humor. It's not going to be for everybody. I know that for sure. And it might be one that people want to check out, though. And this is the first time that I've seen this film from this director. And it makes me definitely want to go back and check out more of his work. So yeah, I'd recommend to check it out, and be sure to read more reviews on TheMovieGuy.com. Thanks.
Hey, I'm Brian Thompson. I write all over the place, but you can find my stuff at southernfilmcritic.wordpress.com. This movie was twisted and cynical, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't captivated the whole time. I would recommend this to anybody who's liked Todd Solondz's previous work. I could also see people walking out of this within the first 20 minutes. But if you like this kind of thing, if you know what you're getting into, I would recommend it.
Hi, I'm Shanahan for EveryMovieHasALesson.com, and I just got out of Todd Solondz's Wiener-Dog. And I tell you what, dark comedy is always a tough sell. If you're a Todd Solondz mark, this is something that obviously is going to be on your radar. It's hard to put on the kind of general radar, though. You got to be a fan of dark comedy. You got to be a fan of Twisted. You got to be a fan of Random to take in this movie, because it goes through places and threads that don't really go together individually on their own. They have their their minor level of appeal. They have some fantastic performances. I thought Ellen Burstyn did a nice job, Danny DeVito did a nice job, putting a little heart where things go. But if you read the premise of this movie about one dog and following its journey through its different owners and having that thread kind of tie some things together, heartstrings and all, this ain't that movie. Sorry. It starts that way. It definitely doesn't go that way. To echo my guy E-Man, I wanted more dog. Instead, I got a whole lot of insufferable people. Hard movie to recommend. It's at the same time though, it's a hard movie to even appreciate. I'm wrestling with it, you know. On a week where I've seen The Secret Life of Pets and I switch and transition to this, boy, you know, talk about apples and oranges and a different thing. So, as other members have said, everyone's got a different cup of tea. This one's some bitter tea to me. No, thank you.
Good stuff going on. Besides, the only thing can ruin your mood in the last 24 hours is a movie about a dog. That should be good, but it is not. Wiener-Dog. It is a dark, attempts to be funny, but the humor, unless you're really cynical and just kind of a devious dark person, you might like it, because it is kind of grossly dark and unlaughable in a sense. Like I said, unless you're like maybe on drugs or something, you might find it funny and appealing, because it deals, the dog's cute, everyone likes wiener dogs, you see his journey, you don't see enough of the dog. He's just kind of there as a placeholder in a sense, and it should be more than that, since the title is Wiener-Dog, so give me more dog, not these people who are really dark and they're on the outs of their lives, just really people in the gutter, in bad places. And it's tough to like a movie when you see people who are just going through such, these characters are unlikable and they're very kind of downtrodden and just they're kind of rejects of life in a sense, and on their last leg, to say the least. So the performance by Greta Gerwig, it's just Greta Gerwig trying to paint herself in a movie that's not really her type. But in general, it's just kind of dark, depressing, not really funny, and the ending will draw you a reaction that probably you won't like. So overall, unless you're in a mood for some cruel-spirited movie, Wiener-Dog could be your movie. Otherwise, you want to save the depressing stuff, well, then just be a fan of the Miami Heat.
Welcome back, everybody. E-Man here from E-Man's Movie Reviews. I just got done watching Wiener-Dog. I have to say this was a very unique movie. It is a very niche movie. There is a very nice and interesting blend of very dark humor and cynical drama, I think. It's very hard to really explain what this movie is all about, because there were a lot of random scenes and now there were some touching moments, there were some interesting parts in the movie. I kind of wanted a little bit more, but because of the style of this film, it was about many different characters, it's a little hard to like get attached to anything. Would I recommend this in theaters? Absolutely not. But I do think that if you're a fan of the director, and I'd probably recommend researching the director first, this might be a movie for you. Wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, but you know, everybody has an opinion and that's all right. Don't forget to check out our reviews, and we'll post some links in the description down below.